How to handle a warrant in Missouri? This question was answered by Christopher Combs in our website category. Arrest warrants on March 2nd, 2023. How to handle a warrant in the state of Missouri. Finding out that the police or any other form of law enforcement in St. Louis or elsewhere in Missouri have a warrant out for your arrest can be a scary experience. In many cases, you do not learn this until you are pulled over on a roadway or until an officer comes to your home to arrest you. Combs Waterkotte can help. If you have a warrant or have been recently notified of one, call our St. Louis criminal defense lawyers as soon as possible at 314-900-HELP or contact us online for a free, confidential consultation. The following are important steps you need to take after learning of a warrant filed against you in order to protect your legal rights and to fight the charges against you. Retain a Combs Waterkotte defense attorney. Your initial step should be to retain a knowledgeable and aggressive St. Louis criminal defense lawyer attorney immediately. A Combs Waterkotte attorney will be able to give you advice on what to do, be present at your arrest and throughout police questioning, and attend all court hearings on your behalf. Our skilled lawyers can also build a strong defense so that the charges are dismissed or reduced to a less serious offense. Contact a bail bondsperson. After consulting with your lawyer, and if applicable, you may want to contact a bail bondsperson who can help you arrange to post bail if that is an option. Making arrangements with a bondsperson before you are arrested can shorten the time that you must remain in jail. Turn yourself in. Your next step is to turn yourself in and cooperate with the police during the booking process. But be sure to not say anything and let your Combs Waterkotte attorney handle things. Do not make any statements to the police. You have a constitutional right to remain silent while in police custody. Do not make any verbal or written statements to law enforcement at any time. Your Combs Waterkotte attorney should be present whenever any member of law enforcement speaks to you. You should also do the following. Do not say anything to anyone in your jail cell or other inmates. These statements will be used against you. Be careful of what you say when using a telephone at the police station, holding cell, or jail because your conversation is recorded. What are the different types of warrants in St. Louis and Missouri? The following are the types of warrants typically seen in St. Louis and elsewhere throughout Missouri. Arrest warrant. An arrest warrant is issued by a judge or magistrate and must be supported by a signed and sworn affidavit showing probable cause that a specific crime has been committed, and that the persons named in the warrant committed said crime. The most common type of warrant. Alias warrant. An alias warrant is issued when a subject fails to appear in court for a scheduled court date before any plea has been entered or fails to respond to a citation in person or by mail. Failure to appear is an added charge. Bench warrant. A bench warrant is a variant of the arrest warrant. It is usually issued when a subject fails to appear for a required court appearance. Capias warrant. A capias warrant is issued when a subject has a guilty judgment, either through court appearance, plea, or arraignment in jail, then fails to pay a fine or complete some specified conditions within the required time period. The only way to resolve a capias warrant is to pay the fine or be released time served by remaining in jail until enough jail credit has been earned. Civil capias warrant. A civil capias warrant is a special type of apprehension order, issued in civil court cases where the defendant repeatedly fails to comply with the judge's orders. These are also called mitamuses and body attachments, and are slightly different from criminal warrants. The purpose of the civil capias warrant is to get a person into court for the hearing. Fugitive warrant. A warrant sent from another state when the suspect is believed to be in local jurisdiction. Governor's warrant. These warrants come directly from the governor's office, so a suspect who has committed a crime in another state may be arrested and transported back to that state. Municipal warrant. Municipal warrants are only seen at the local St. Louis or St. Louis County level. They are issued when defendants fail to appear for 2 scheduled court dates on municipal charges, or when a defendant fails to comply with the payment plan agreed upon in court. Search warrant. A search warrant is a little different than the others. For an officer or agent to attain a search warrant, there must be probable cause, and they must attain a sworn affidavit. This kind of warrant simply means they have probable cause to search what they want in the way they want. It's not necessarily a warrant against you, though obviously they wouldn't attain a search warrant if there wasn't an ongoing investigation in which they suspect you of a crime. If you have any of the above warrants, call Combs Waterkotte right away at 314-900-HELP or reach out to us online. What not to do when you have a warrant. No one wants to find out they have an active warrant out for their arrest, but making the wrong move can make the situation worse. The following are critical mistakes to avoid when handling a warrant. Do not ignore the warrant. Warrants do not expire, and avoiding the issue will only result in a higher likelihood of an unexpected arrest. Do not attempt to flee. Leaving town or attempting to evade law enforcement can lead to additional charges and harsher penalties. Do not contact law enforcement without legal representation. Anything you say, even in an attempt to clarify the situation, can and will be used against you. Do not attempt to handle the situation alone. A criminal defense attorney can negotiate a better outcome, including potential dismissal or reduced penalties. Do not involve friends or family in hiding you. Assisting someone in avoiding arrest can result in legal consequences for them as well. The best course of action is to speak with an experienced criminal defense attorney immediately. They can provide guidance on how to safely and strategically address the warrant. Example. Scenarios. How to handle different types of warrants. The way you handle a warrant depends on the type of offense and circumstances surrounding it. Below are some common situations and the best approach to resolving them. 1. Failure to appear in court. A driver receives a traffic citation and is required to appear in court but forgets the date. Weeks later, they are pulled over for a minor traffic violation and find out a bench warrant has been issued for failure to appear. Best course of action. Contact a criminal defense attorney immediately to file a motion to recall the warrant. Possible outcome. The attorney may be able to resolve the issue by scheduling a new court date without the defendant being taken into custody. 2. Arrest warrant issued after an investigation. A person is under investigation for alleged financial fraud. Instead of being arrested immediately, the case is reviewed, and an arrest warrant is issued weeks later. Best course of action. Rather than waiting for an unexpected arrest, the defendant should have an attorney reach out to law enforcement and arrange a planned surrender. Possible outcome. A voluntary surrender may lead to reduced bail or a release without bail, minimizing time spent in custody. 3. Capias warrant for unpaid fines. A person pleads guilty to a misdemeanor and is ordered to pay a fine, but due to financial hardship, they fail to make payments. Months later, a capias warrant is issued. Best course of action. Consult an attorney to negotiate a payment plan or alternative arrangement before being taken into custody. Possible outcome. The judge may allow the defendant to pay a reduced fine or complete community service instead of serving jail time. 4th out-of-state fugitive warrant. A person is suspected of a crime in another state, but has since moved to Missouri. A fugitive warrant is issued to have them extradited. Best course of action: work with a criminal defense attorney to contest extradition or negotiate terms for return. Possible outcome: in some cases, legal representation can challenge the warrant's validity or secure a deal for voluntary surrender. If you find yourself facing any of these scenarios, reach out to Combs Waterkotte immediately. Taking proactive steps with legal assistance can prevent unnecessary arrests and help you resolve the warrant in the best possible way. How do I check if I have a warrant? Out for my arrest in St. Louis or Missouri. The Missouri state system maintains a public database that you can use to search for parties, court judgments, and charges in the public court system. The easiest way to check for warrants in St. Louis or throughout Missouri is to search the public record online or call the sheriff's office in the county where the warrant may be issued. You can visit case.net and input someone's last name, then click on the tab for docket entries to see any warrants. You can also narrow your search by city, county, type of warrant, and alias information. There are also several third-party websites that provide free warrant checks in Missouri, though you may have to pay a fee to access the public records. You can find a list of specific county websites here. Be aware that some kinds of cases are not on public record, like domestic violence offenses and juvenile offenders, so you will need to hire an attorney to search these cases on your behalf. Most, but not all, St. Louis criminal defense lawyers have access to certain law enforcement databases that will be able to confirm whether there is an active warrant. The best way to handle a warrant in St. Louis? Reach out to Combs Waterkotte. The Combs Waterkotte lawyers know the ins and outs of St. Louis and Missouri law, and how to apply it to protect you and your rights when dealing with warrants. When facing the uncertainty a warrant can cause, you need the best possible defense attorney on your side. Call a Combs Waterkotte Street Louis criminal defense attorney today at 314-900-HELP or contact us online for a free confidential case review.